Hi friends, welcome to Happy Old Home. It is cherry blossom season in the Washington, D.C. area, and these Kwanzaa trees are absolutely magnificent. As I was on a morning walk through my neighborhood, I took a video of these gorgeous trees to share with you. Even as the trees are losing their blooms due to the wind, the pink petals on the ground mixed with the grass is just a beautiful, snowy effect and reminds me of pink snow. In this video, I'm talking about my experience with weeping cherry trees and hoping to give you some advice that can help prolong the life of your cherry trees. Weeping cherry trees are a lot more temperamental than I realized. I'm certainly not a horticulturist by any means, just a homeowner who learned the hard way how to care for these beautiful trees. As with so many things in life, we learn through misfortune after having lost something. Then we focus our attention to learning and caring for that thing, like plants, trees, or pretty much anything else you can imagine. I learn a lot about topics by researching them after an issue comes up. I also relied a bit too heavily on my landscaper and didn't do enough due diligence on my part, which led to a very unfortunate event with our weeping cherry trees as we lost 2 of them. As you can see in this picture, the limbs were hanging on the ground and the trees were a bit sparse in areas, so I decided to have them pruned. The weeping effect of a cherry tree is absolutely stunning. The graceful branches bending over the fence is such a pretty sight. When I had them pruned, I had hopes of just filling in the branches even more and producing hundreds and hundreds of blooms. Sadly, that did not happen. In the picture, you can see in the background the tree on the right has died and the one on the left has survived. How did that happen? Mistake number 1, choosing the incorrect time of year to prune. Before deciding, you need to do the proper research on the best time of year to prune a tree. And I made the mistake of doing it in the summer, the hottest time of the year. The correct time to prune a weeping cherry tree is early spring or late fall when the tree is still dormant. There should be no flowers or leaves open on the tree when you start the pruning process. Mistake number 2, trimming weeping branches. The weeping cherries are grown for their long, graceful branches, and these branches should never be shortened unless they are diseased, damaged, or otherwise problematic. Remove the diseased and damaged branches as soon as you discover them, regardless of the time of the year. When branches cross each other and rub together, the friction creates a wound that serves as an entry point for insects and disease. You should wait until winter when the tree is dormant to remove one of the branches. Most weeping cherry trees are grafted, and this means that they are 2 trees that are put together to create one tree that weeps. And improper pruning can lead to this. As you can see, most of the weeping effect is gone, and there's only one small section on the left that still weeps. If you decide to shorten the branches, prune the weeping cherry tree by trimming back the tips of any branches that touch the ground. You want them to be at least 6 inches above the ground. In the description box, I am going to link a tool that we purchased which helped a lot to help trim our trees. Very easy to use and it works great. I was really sad to see the loss of the weeping branches on this beautiful cherry tree, what used to be a beautiful cherry tree, but I am positive that improper pruning led to this. So I hope you all can avoid this happening to your trees. Unfortunately, the saga does not end there. After the improper pruning incident, again, this was done by professionals, we ended up losing the second tree, as you can see in the picture above. So what caused the death of the second cherry tree? My guess is that it caught a bacterial canker, and it may have started on the branches and spread to the main trunk. And once it spread that far, unfortunately, the tree has to be cut down. If I had caught the disease early on, maybe I would have been able to cut it off, perhaps saving the tree. The biggest tip I have to avoid disease on your cherry trees is to inspect all your trees at least once a year. Look for signs of disease on the trunk and the leaves. Call in an arborist for professional advice if you need. And as with anything, catching problems early on is the best chance we can to treat them. Waiting too long is never a good idea, and sadly, I was not vigilant enough with the care of our trees. Big lesson learned. I hope you found this information helpful to help you navigate taking care of your cherry trees. And if you would, please like, subscribe, and drop me a line. Let me know what you think. All right, friends, I will see you next time.